Greetings, this is the man who pretends to be Charles Darwin, and I'm speaking to you again from that same forest near Tulsa, Oklahoma. Isn't this a beautiful forest? And to describe all the different species of trees here, however, it's also a system that is operating. Here you've got photosynthetic leaves that are making food from sunlight and carbon dioxide, but then eventually the leaves fall off of the trees and go down into the leaf litter, and the leaf litter there is decomposed, and some of the organic material goes into the soil and forming the organic horizon, and some of it goes back up into the air. Eventually all of it goes back up into the carbon dioxide of the air. So in order to understand the forest, you don't just need to know what the species are, how many of each one of them there is, and how big each one of them is, etc. You need to also understand the flow of atoms and molecules, carbon and oxygen inside of carbon dioxide molecules, for example. And that is the province of ecosystem science. Now, that is something that is essential in order to understand the operation of the forest. Now, the problem is that if you know the numbers, how many grams or kilograms of carbon, for instance, is in each of the compartments, as they say, of the leaf litter, for instance, and the organic material in the upper layers of the soil, that somehow that will give you the false feeling that you understand the forest. And in reality, all you've done is put numbers on it, and you've understood a little bit better about the flow of the forest, but you don't necessarily understand the forest itself. You're losing a little bit of the poetry and the artistry of the forest when you do that. An example is right here. This is a dead tree, but ecosystem scientists have invented a term for the carbon and other materials that are locked inside of the dead tissues in a given location. They call it the standing dead compartment. Isn't that a felicitous phrase? Isn't that something that just makes the poetry ring out from a description of the forest? The standing dead compartment. Well, that's part of understanding the forest. It's not the whole thing, but all of these different viewpoints, from assigning numbers to the different compartments to understanding the poetry of the trees and the beauty of green photosynthesis, these are all part of understanding the forest. This is Charles Darwin, tally ho and amen.